Hey, swing trader, Snacks here. I want to open up today about something that is relevant, I think, to everyone. Anytime we are entering new positions, emotions, right? How do we feel when our setup is triggering? Look, I've been in these markets for decades. I've had lows and I've found a lot of success in the last couple of years. But every time I enter a new position, I feel a bit of nerve, right? You're putting your capital out there at risk. And as I say all the time, like we're stepping into the arena with the most ruthless money managers on the planet, with the most sophisticated algorithms on the planet, and we're taking our simple people money and putting it at risk in that arena. Okay, we're crazy, right? You would think so. That's the whole facade around not being able to self-manage your capital in these markets, right? It's what Wall Street sells you. Just give us some money, you don't know what you're doing, right? It would make sense, right, to feel that way. It's why they get away with that facade. It's why they get away with giving you frickin' barely outperforming market returns. And this guy is going to do over 200%, triple my account this year. And it's meaningful money, right? It's all the money I have in the world to invest, right? This isn't moonshot stuff. This money matters, right? And I'm showing prolonged, sustained growth, right? But what I want to talk about is just the reality of entering positions, right? And how I deal with that. So the other day, I put one on and I wasn't so sure about the market breadth, the market environment, the stability of the macro scene. But it was triggering, right? And at that time, I was only at 20% total exposure, purely all in leaps, like longer term positions at 20%. I never go over 50, 60% exposure just to get that out of the way. But, some things were triggering, and despite what I thought maybe could be coming macro or what was sort of showing, we were stable enough. We were in a risk profile B. One of my setups was triggering, and, I took it. But I stepped outside after I took it. I usually like to take a little bit of a walk or something, and I felt something, right? And I pulled my phone out and started these notes just because I felt that it was worth sharing that, you're not in control. We're not in control. All you can do is identify a model that has statistical edge over time, right? Which we've got. I don't need to get into that. We're crushing the market, okay? We are outperforming the market by a lot, okay? That is the confidence, right? That is the model. That is what allows me to keep pulling the trigger. It's that combined with my risk profile, right? If you guys want to know more about that, just hit me up. I'll tell you how to build it, okay? I'm comfortable with losing, okay? Because I have built a risk profile that allows for losses, right? It's okay, it's part of the game. We take losses, but I know that as long as I stay on track, as long as I keep my head down and stick to the model, that over time I have statistical significance and edge that will play out in my favor. I have probabilities on my side, and that's the best you can hope for. We're not in control. We don't control the macro scene. We don't control the Trump tweets. We don't know what's going to happen next, okay, at any given time. But what I do know is that if I keep executing my triple R setup over and over and over again, if I keep buying the best companies in the world at a discount when they go on sale, when they pull back and show support, show strength that they're going to get back on trend, I buy that over and over again. It hits at over 70%. That's historically, not recently, period, right? It's how the market moves, okay? We're working with the leaders. We're working with the institutions, okay? They're positioning into the leaders, and when it goes on a discount and they step in and you can see this happen, we're jumping in, right? So I know all of this, but I just wanted to address the fact that I feel it, okay? When I take on a position, it's nerve-wracking. It's maybe a little extreme, but it's an emotion that I feel. There's a little fire inside that we're stepping into the arena with sharks that will eat your fucking head off, okay? Period. They will take everything from you if you allow it, right? And the only way I can't protect that by the position that I take. I protect that by risk management. That's the only thing we can do. We can work with probabilities and manage risk. That's what matters. And if you know that you are doing those things, then you have to pull the trigger even when it feels like there's a bit of a fire inside or whatever it may be, right? It was strange to me. I hadn't felt it in a while, right? I've just been so mechanical lately, and I was mechanical on this entry. I did nothing wrong, but I felt it, right? I stepped outside and I was like, I just had this feeling come over me, and I was quickly able to realize that I'm within my model. I'll live with the results. it is what it is, and I'll do it again and again and again and again. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Look, if you're ever feeling that when you enter, be sure, first of all, if that feeling comes because you are overexposing, because you're sizing up too big, because you're not within a proper risk profile, if that's why you feel nervous, stop. You're going to get hurt, okay? They will take everything from you if you let them, right? And usually it's not due to positions. It's due to risk management. It's due to oversizing. It's not typically the trade that you picked. It's the risk management that you used on the trade, right? You went too big, you doubled down, whatever it is. You were outside of a proper risk management, right, to sustain growth in these markets. That's the only defense that you have. You have probabilities, repetition, and risk management. If you have those three things and that feeling that you get, it's okay, right? It's okay. So I just wanted to address that. I'm sure some of you guys feel that. I just want to try to find times to talk to you guys and just be real, right? I feel stuff too. What we're doing is crazy, right? What we're doing is crazy, but we're capable of executing, right? We're capable of being mechanical. We're capable of controlling ourselves. And the ones that lose, the ones that get bent over on Wall Street, by Wall Street, they don't control themselves, right? That's what it is. Their risk management was off. Or like they had a horrible model, they didn't know what they were doing, and like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen? You thought you were gonna step into the arena with all the money in the world, and you're gonna put yours out there and what, go on a run or something? Like if you didn't have a plan, like that's different, right? But the other way that people are getting hurt is due to risk management. So if that feeling comes over you, you need to do a gut check and decide, am I oversizing or am I just a human? All right, am I just feeling something? And then see if you can check yourself and realize, hey, I'm following my model, I'm within my risk profile, we're good to go. I'll do this again the next time I see it, and I'll live with the results of this trade. All right, that's it. See you guys next time.